Obviously, exciting day for Lorain, exciting day for Lorain Port Authority, and what I want is to create some energy on Broadway, and I think today starts that. We're going to start doing things differently in Lorain. We're going to start being positive in this place. I don't know if you guys all watch professional wrestling, but I did a lot when I grew up, and there's a guy named Ric Flair, and Ric Flair always started out at, woo! Well, you guys are supposed to do that back to me, so we're going to try that. Yeah, that's better. So we're going to do some quick introductions. First, I want to thank the staff. I came in here, today's day 5. I challenged my staff. I said, hey, we're going to put this thing together. We got great partnerships all over. Lake Screen Printing helped us get our banner ready. We cleared out the room, calling everybody, getting everything ready. So, and thanks for coming. But we're going to start over here with Mayor Rittenauer. We have Mayor Dave Gillock. Of course, Bob, the man of the hour. I'm Tom Brown. I forgot to introduce myself. My staff is Tiffany. She's right there. Yvonne, they can wave, and Lynn is out there as well. And we have a board member, Carl Nielsen. I know we've got members of council, commissioners, mayor's office, safety director, the Palace, Growth Corp, Chamber of Commerce. All our good partners are here. Lorain Police. We've got some vendors here. We got the Magic Flame. I know you've been enjoying the pizza, Lorenzo's Pizza. Manny and Nick's Taverna, they're here as well. They got some baklava. So we're going to start the energy off. And we're going to open the floor to the mayor first.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. I guess I'm on the spot. Well, thanks everybody for coming today. I know Mayor Gillock's going to talk about NOPEC and the exciting news there, and obviously Bob unveiling his lineup for the summer. But this has been something that has, I think, worked really well for the city of Lorain, rocking on the river, bringing thousands and thousands of people downtown Lorain on the various weekends with their various events. And Tom's energy, I think you can see, is contagious. Tom jumping into this position, ready to go, making some great relationships and contacts already. And I think we all have to, Tom's got energy. Bob certainly has energy if you know Bob early. I think we've got to try to adapt that energy and let it be contagious and really be pushing forward this year for a positive year. You know, we oftentimes hear the complaints and the issues. Well, it's time to step up and do something about it. Tom's stepping up. Bob's stepping up with NOPEC support. We're going to be able to put something on this summer that I think is going to be really exciting. Bob continues to make it better and better each year. I have not seen a sneak peek, so I'm sure it is going to top last year's, and I'm looking forward to it. So again, thank you to everybody for coming.
You guys are probably wondering where I found a red leather skinny tie. I know, but who would have thought in 1984, as a young man, when I was at Spencer's gift shop at Midway Mall, buying this tie on sale for probably about $4.99, the future Lorain Port Authority director would be wearing that 33 years later. I actually looked in the mirror this morning and started laughing thinking about that. So just a little brief history. We're going to go to Mayor Gillock, and obviously he's going to speak on NOPEC, who's Bob's major sponsor this year. So without further ado.
Thank you very much. First, I want to congratulate the great city of Lorain on this outstanding event. I think these are really good, these community events that bring a lot of people to the community. Done a great job out here, and it's a great facility, and this is really good for Lorain. And we at NOPEC have a great opportunity here. On behalf of NOPEC's Board of Directors, and I'm the director that represents Lorain County, and our Executive Director, Chuck Kuiper, I'm very pleased to announce that NOPEC's commitment to be this year's title sponsor of the Rockin' on the River concert series. And we have a number of people, I won't introduce them individually, but a number of representatives from NOPEC here. As the Lorain County representative on the NOPEC board, as well as chair of the marketing committee, I recognize the significance of this annual event to the residents of Lorain County and the far west suburbs, including North Ridgeville. We at NOPEC are proud to lend our support to this outstanding summer-long series of family-friendly, affordable entertainment. And this commitment exemplifies what NOPEC's mission is, to serve our member communities and consumers. And we do that every day in a number of ways. First, we bring you reliable, stable, lower energy costs. Secondly, we save our customers billions of dollars in cumulative gas and electric costs annually. We give back millions in energy efficiency grants to our communities. We educate our consumers on the advantages of lower energy usage. We advocate, which is a big deal on behalf of our consumers at the local, state, and federal levels to maintain choice for Ohio energy consumers. And by doing things like sponsoring community events like Rockin on the River that enhance the quality of life for residents in our community. So I appreciate the opportunity to be here, and NOPEC is really excited to be the title sponsor, and I think you're going to have a great year this year. Thank you.
We'll save this guy for last, because once he starts talking, no one else is going to get the floor. So I'm going to go directly to my left. This is Carl Nielsen. He's the chairman of the board of directors of Lorain Port Authority. So, Carl, the floor is all yours.
I want to thank you all for coming. I really want to thank Bob Early for taking a leap of faith 3 years ago. And if it wasn't for Rick Novak, Rick, you're probably the guy. I think Rick was relentless in calling you, and you probably came out here just so he wouldn't call you anymore.
No, I love Rick Novak.
But if it wasn't for Rick, we wouldn't have Bob Early.
Rick has piercings and a lot of people don't know. Just kidding, Rick.
And I want to thank Tom.
I can't help myself.
What a guy. I want to thank Tom Brown for stepping in and really adding some enthusiasm to this, although I question his wardrobe selection at times.
I'm just getting started.
But thank you all for coming. It's going to be an awesome year. We're just going to keep building every year and make it better. Thank you.
If you notice our backdrop, it's something we wanted to be identified with Bob and with Rock on the River. And this is going to be, we're going to call it the Rock on the River Selfie Station this summer. So on days we have good weather, which is always in Lorain, just ask anybody. This will be out there, and what we want is people to come and have a good time, remember where they're at, share it on social media, and get the word out that we've got safe, secure, economical entertainment. We've got the vendors, as I told you, with Lorenzo's. We've got Nick's Taverna. We've got all sorts of vendors that Bob's going to tell you about. You don't get a better deal than you do with Rock on the River, and I'll put this against any other city in the region. So, before this guy can speak, he just can't get up and talk. We've got a special video, and
Come on.
No, you got to wait for the hype video. So, I hope everybody can hear it. This will be released to our Facebook page and YouTube this afternoon.
I'm stepping through the door, and I think my spaceship knows which way to go. I wanna rock and roll all night, party every day. Green gunpowder 13, dynamite with a laser beam, guaranteed to blow your mind anytime.
Who's ready for that lineup? Is that a war? Another war. Special thanks thanks to my brother Brad, he's very talented, he hooked me up. Sometimes you call for favors on your little brother, so he made the video for us. You ready to talk?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, without further ado, Mr. Bob Early.
Thank you very much. I'll try to make it short, but I have two things I have to do. When Sandy and I first decided to move Rockin on the river, we had the opportunity to go to 9 places, including Nautica. We turned down every place to come to Lorain, Ohio. Especially because, I get emotional on this part, but especially because of Rick Novak and Mayor Rittenhour. Those two went after us, they opened their arms to us, made us feel welcome. It's like the whole city of Lorain has done, and this is the best move we ever made. I've never seen a town or community have such spirit, this is all Lorain County, has such spirit with people who have such respect for their traditions and their grandparents and their parents. It's a great community, great place, we're glad to be here. No, I'm right. Sorry. To NOPEC, I want to say this, and this isn't something they normally do. In case you don't know who they are the largest aggregator of gas and electricity in the United States. They are a non-profit, so they do everything for the consumer. Their board of directors are all mayors of Northeast Ohio communities. They decided, I think I can say this is the only event they're doing in Northeast Ohio. They wanted to be part of us because they like our values, they like what we do, they like our brand, they like what we've done, and we couldn't be where we are or grow like we're growing without NOPEC, and we thank all of you so very much. One of the things they're doing is they're going to be doing parties throughout the year, like different mayors from different communities. You know, we'll give them like the train station, they'll be bringing new people, driving new people to Lorain to see what we do here, and that's their whole idea. This isn't a profit-based thing for them to make money. This is something that they're going to do for their consumers. So that's really important. CenturyLink has also stepped up in a big way to do that. That's why I wanted to share that with you. One other thing that's happened since last fall that you may not know, there's a magazine, a very affluent magazine, which I'd never heard of either. But anyway, it's called Lake Erie Living. It involves Ontario, New York, who else is on Lake Erie? Michigan, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. They do the best of the best. The best concert venue on Lake Erie, beating out Presque Isle, beating out Detroit, beating out anything in Ontario. It was in their September issue, it's on our website right now, was Rockin' on the River in Lorain, Ohio. So I just wanted to thank you. And about where we draw from, just very quickly, then I promise I'm just going to be done. We released 250 season tickets at Christmas just to keep some interest up. Besides, I needed a little bit of money to take my wife out a couple nights. So we sold 200, and by the way, she should be here more than me. As Kenny Hyderish knows from Warren, who does River Rock at the Amp, I couldn't have a better partner, I couldn't have a better friend, and I couldn't have a better wife than Sandy.
That's right.
Today, she does it all. I'm really coming off like an asshole, aren't I? I don't really mean to do this. Now, the 250 tickets we sold at Christmas, 67 of them were from outside of Lorain County. Now, these are people from Huron County, Erie County, Medina County, Cuyahoga County, and Summit County. This is their home for the summer. Just think of that. Over 1/4 of the season tickets that we sold there are from outside the county. In Cuyahoga Falls, it was the same way. If we averaged 5,000 people, probably 60 to 70% were from outside of Cuyahoga Falls. So we're drawing big time into the city of Lorain. So that's that. And we are releasing 250 season tickets as of today, again, to be sold. They're $80. And if you took the cost of all these shows, it's like, I don't know, 130 or 140 or something. All shows this year, except for 2, will be $5. And the reason being, I learned a very valuable lesson last year. I thought bigger's better, so if I went and got like Sly and the Family Stone, or if I went and got Los Lonely Boys, which won 3 Grammys, that cost like $25,000, let alone their rider and the hotels and all that, that I would do even that much better. It didn't work. People expect Rockin' on the River to be family friendly. They expect a $5 ticket. They expect a band that they can't see anywhere else in northern Ohio. And they expect the best sound and lights available, possible. Our lighting company does Blossom Music Center. So you guys were here last year, you know how good our lighting and sound is. So that's what we've done. There'll only be 2 shows over $5. The last show, I beg you, when you get out of here, go Google Hairball the Band promo. It is the most incredible show you will ever see. 23 people in the cast, and I say the cast, and they'll come here and do 12 bands. Fireworks, flames, when they do the Alice Cooper part, confetti is the most incredible thing you will ever see. So that will be the last show, and even there, that's only going to be a $10 ticket, pre-sale $15 a day at the show. Now we're going to keep it at that. However, we wanted to do something nice for the community. So with the Palace Theater, who was just one of the most beautiful theaters in Ohio, you know, and now they got Chris in there who's running the place, Carl's the head of the board, Jeff Neal, what these people are doing. We decided to do a thing with them too. They're already advertising us on their website. Them and with Jim Long's group, Growth Corp, we're going to let them sell tickets. So let's say they sell tickets at $10, which is the same as we do, or $12, whatever they want, $12. We're going to give him everything over $5. We're also doing that with 3 different high schools in the area because we want to try to give something back to the community. So that last week you really want to be there. The other show that's more than $5 is Wish You Were Here, which drew 6,000 people last year, the Pink Floyd show. Kenny can tell you. If you guys have never seen that, it's amazing. Just be careful, don't smell too much in the air. You don't want to tell the police department that, but I gotta admit, there is a strange smell in the air. I heard many of you say about Bo Coo, you said, oh my God, Bo Coo is the great Cleveland group that did that great song, Born and Raised on Rock and Roll. So they're going to be here, it's their 30th anniversary show or something. And opening for them will be Cleveland's Breakfast Club, which many of you may know too. The lead singer and the head guitar player for Cleveland's Breakfast Club is also Taylor Swift's musical director and her lead guitar. The group Atomic Punks, which is Van Halen, that was founded by Michael Anthony, the real bassist for Van Halen, who's still in Van Halen. So these acts that you're seeing here are just really, really incredible. Queen, we've tried to get back for the last 2 or 3 years. This Queen group comes from Los Angeles. Tom Petty's new this year. I'm not going to get it on, waste all of your time. On the fireworks night, which the mayor and the Port Authority...
I think we should go down the list.
Okay, we'll go down the list. Right. But anyway, that will be Parents of the Caribbean. That will be a big-time Jimmy Buffett show. But the other change we made, we did this a lot for the food vendors. Maybe I made a little bit of a mistake, because those bands get... People don't realize how much... The average band, just in case you guys didn't know, of these headlines run between $5,000 and $7,000. The sound and lights, another $5,000, $7,000. So add everything else, and you know it gets to be expensive, and if it rains, you're dead. So we always have to do cheaper openers. Well, this year, Sandy's idea, which we tried to get 2 double headliners. So we've really tried to entice people to come earlier so that our food vendors can do better. For example, the second week, our KISS band, who was a headliner 2 years ago, will now be the opening band. We got this idea from Kenny Hyderis, who did it in Warren. It was phenomenal. So they'll be the opener. AC/DC will be the closer. Opening night, of course, is Journey out of Montreal. Where's Journey from? Toronto. Okay, I'm sorry. Friday, June 16th, Disco Inferno, because they're local and from Cleveland. It's just incredible the crowd they bring. Wish You Were Here, Pink Floyd is on Saturday the 17th. Bruce in the USA, the #1 tribute to Bruce Springsteen in the world, on Friday, June 13th. He was here last year, he's out of New York City. Out of Atlanta is the Parents of the Caribbean on Saturday, July 1st with the fireworks. Zoso, the Led Zeppelin band, who we booked, I think, 16 years in a row. 16 years in a row. With Armstrong Bearcat opening. And then on the Friday, July, we're off the next week maybe. And then Friday, July 21st is Queen Nation with Queen as the headliner. Bo Coo, I told you. Tom Petty and Monica Robbins will be the opener with her Whiskey Kings on the Friday the 28th. The Van Halen band on the 29th. And there we got a great Bon Jovi band. On Friday, August 4th, a band that's incredible is Limelight, which is Rush. And anybody who's a musician knows Rush is the toughest music to do. And I'm telling you, these guys, they're all professors in college. They're from Boston, and they're awesome. So that's on August 4th. And the opening show headlines everywhere else around Ohio with a 50-piece orchestra, and it's called Time Travel, where they do Moody Blues. Yes. It's just unbelievable. So those are great. Then our little country foray. We got Ultimate Aldine. which is, of course, Jason Aldean, and guy looks just like him. Then the Rolling Stones are back with the Satisfaction Act out of New Orleans. Then the Aerosmith Band, again, out of Boston. Then Bob Seger with Hollywood Nights. Then Space Oddity, the David Brighton Show, which I still say is the best act I've ever had at Rockin' on the River. Then Real Diamond. So for the second time, I brought in a headliner from before. I brought it in a Journey band to open it, because I know Journey draws like hell. And then the last week is Hairball, which again is the incredible thing, and it's like nothing I've ever seen. I mean, we're ready to go, and we have great partners with Daryl Tucker, you know, at the Lorain Morning Journal's done great things. You know, I get real emotional, so I'm just happy to be here. I love it here, and we love you guys.
I seen the Hairball.
If anybody has any questions, I do have one ground rule. You are not allowed to ask Mayor Chase about the utility rates. That's the only thing. Any questions, just fire away.
I seen the Hairball little short movie on your site this morning, and I thought it was just a conglomeration of the different acts you're going to have. If that's the kind of show that they're putting on,
And they don't take a break.
you're going to be sold out all the way through.
23 people, they change bands. They go from Twisted Sister to John Bon Jovi, to Queen, to Van Halen, to all. It's like nothing you've ever seen. And one other thing I want to bring up too that people don't realize, and we're very proud of this, we use nonprofits to pour. And we really use a lot of the schools, because schools need funding and schools need help. So we have, I think, 9 local schools involved, and they get between anywhere $2,000 and $4,000. And I think this year, I think we have 7 or 8 different high schools: Elyria Catholic, Avon Lake, Lorain, Vermilion, Firelands, Brook something over here.
That's a little thing that Bob and Sandy have done, and if anybody wants to have a fun, entertaining evening, come and volunteer to pour for a night. There's rules. You're going to work. You're going to get some exercise. You're going to find out there's muscles like here and here, because you do this all night. So it's good for you. It's a lot of fun. I will tell you, though, that your hands will smell like beer for at least 17 days after.
What I say?
The floor is yours.
One more addition we have, we're going to add some liquor this year. We have wine and beer and coolers. We're not going to become a full-fledged bar. I don't want to become a drunken place, but we're going to have like 5 different kinds of drinks, maybe. That's it. In a private area, like maybe we're going to have another new tent out here, or maybe at the train station. But just about 5 different drinks. Everything will still be the same price point, $4. I mean, to get a big, the import beers that we're using, we're selling for $4. That's less than a VFW, for God's sake. So we're more than fair for prices. That's very political. Anyway, that's what we're doing. So.
Any other questions?
Me and Donald Trump.
This is a meet and greet. We're very proud of our facility here. So please, walk around, watch the video again. Make sure you get some pizza, some pop. Explore. See our offices. We're proud of the facility. Take a walk around the park. We got partnerships with everybody. You want to go get your steps in today? It'll tell you how many steps you need to do on each path. So enjoy. Thanks for coming, and we will see you at Rockin' on the River.